Hey everybody, this is the Mad Professor. I'm just gonna jump into this. I don't know what's going on with the judiciary. Well, I know what's going on with the judiciary. It's been corrupted by the Heritage Foundation. You know, the people behind Project 2025, Donald Trump, and other maggot Republicans. Um, for those of you who don't know, the corrupt severely unqualified judge Aileen Cannon, the one who was overseeing the illegal documents case in Florida, has just dismissed the charges against Donald Trump, saying that the government had no right to put Special Prosecutor Jack Smith in charge of the case, and to for the federal government to not bring up charges, period, and to not put him in charge, period. So she's saying that the federal government didn't have the right to assign a special prosecutor to go after Donald Trump for keeping classified documents that the government itself owns, not Donald Trump. I don't give a goddamn what he says. He didn't own shit. It's the government's property. Now, amazingly, this comes 2 days after he was shot, the same day the Republican National Convention starts, and 4 days after he was supposed to have been sentenced in the indictment case, in his guilty verdict in the New York criminal case. Now, if you think about it, he probably wouldn't have been able to have a rally on Saturday to get shot at if the judge had kept his date of July 11 for sentencing. And that's something that just hit me. And I'm sorry, I'm going to be rambling because I'm working without a script on this when I normally write something to say. But it's just so much crap going on that I really couldn't type it down without adding a bunch of curse words that I'm having to filter myself from saying, because this shit that's going on in this country tells you that this country is in the trouble Republicans, maggots, and other conservative jackasses want to tell you this country is headed down now. The fact that law and order doesn't matter anymore, forget it. Just go out and commit crimes. I mean, shit, they shouldn't be able to charge with anything if he can get away with all of these things. It's amazing to me that he's doing things brazenly. He doesn't even give a damn anymore. He never gave a damn anyway, but he really doesn't give a damn anymore now. And the thing that really pisses me off, and I'm sorry I'm rambling, but the thing that pisses me off the most is a year and a half ago when Jack Smith brought this case up, and this dumbass woman showed that she was illegally biased against, was not illegally, but she was biased against the government's case. He should have immediately filed to have her thrown off the case. In fact, he should have done that when the Third Circuit of Court of Appeals tossed out one of her stupid ass rulings and said that it was highly illegal and they didn't know how she got her job. He should have filed to have her removed right then and there, but he didn't. So the question I have to Jack Smith is, who the fuck are you working for? Are you working for the government or are you working for Trump? Because everything you've done says that you're not working for the government. And Merrick Garland, you spineless jackass. Merrick Garland is the worst attorney general in the world, and not in the world, in terms of this country, in the history of this country. Because what's funny to me is you had somebody like Jeff Sessions, who was put in as attorney general by Donald Trump, who resigned or who allowed himself to be fired because there was charges that Donald Trump wanted brought up on Hillary Clinton that Sessions knew he couldn't make stick. I mean, it's pathetic. That's really what it is. At least I say that about Jeff Sessions. I don't know if that's the true story, but that's what it seems like to me at the time. honestly, I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to say now because they've opened it up for him to win the election. Because, like I said on Saturday on the Audacity podcast after the shooting, is this may have won him the election. Him getting shot, because let's be real. Him being shot and coming out of it almost completely unscathed makes him the hero that he always claims he wanted, that he always claims he is. Not that he wants to be, that he claims he is. I mean, fuck, you just go ahead and put an S on this man's chest, call him super dumbass, and let him ruin the country more than he already did the first time. Because, like I said, they don't want to stop him. They don't care to stop him because the Republicans could have if they chose to, but they don't want to. They're afraid to lose the money that his supporters bring in, and that's the only reason he's still around. Because if he was, the fact that he lost them elections should have made them take should have given them pause on his protections, but it didn't. Because again, they want the money. They know that his supporters won't donate to them the way they do to him. And as far as his supporters, they're so stupid they don't give a shit that he don't care about them. And he's shown that from his stupid ass tariffs that he placed on China his first go around that caused China to cancel farm orders for produce that he had to pay farmers, not family farmers, mind you, corporate farmers, billions of dollars in taxpayer money, and nobody brings this shit up. And now this stupid jackass wants to put a 70% tariff on things coming into the country and say he wants to get rid of all income taxes. 70% charge on goods coming into this country. That means your iPhone that already costs nearly $1,000 is gonna cost more than 1,800. It's gonna cost nearly $1,800 if my math is right, and I bet it's not. I just did this in my head, so I'm really not thinking. Yeah, everything that's coming from China. Remember, your iPhones are built in China. The batteries for every phone, for just about every phone, is made in China. Your TVs, almost everything you buy that's electronic in nature comes from China. So think about a 70% increase, at least 70% increase, because the companies can charge you what they want to charge you to make more profit on the back end. I mean, shit, they've been doing it for 2 years now. You see food companies and grocery stores, corporate owned grocery stores, are now start trying to lower their prices because people are coming to realize that they've made billions saying that inflation is costing them too when it's only cost the consumer. Thank you, Donald Trump. I remember the first thing he did when he got elected the first time was kill the Consumer Protection Board that Barack Obama had put in place in to stop companies like the predatory lenders and payday loan companies. But of course, they gave him money, so he immediately killed what was done to protect the consumer because he don't care about regular people. And again, this all stems from him first being declared. Well, he was found guilty of 34 felonies in New York. Then he was found that he's immune to certain prosecutions by the Supreme Court, another corrupt entity that he put in charge. Then the judge decided to say, okay, we're going to delay his sentencing. Well, the delay in sentencing came before the Supreme Court ruled. Then Saturday, now today. It's hard to know where this country's going, but then again, it's not. You can see where this shit is happening. And the funny thing that I was thinking about earlier today is this assassination attempt by someone who's been reported to be his supporter, even though they're not certain because it could be his parents since he did live with his parents. Tyrants are always attempted to be killed by the people close to them or people that support them. The outside world has no influence on tyrants. It's always the people that's close to them and the people that support them that try to kill them. And maybe this guy who tried to kill Trump saw the writing on the wall. And I'm not saying I wish everybody else saw the writing on the wall that would drive them to kill him, but I wish they see the writing on the wall that this man is a despot. He's a despot, and that's plain and simple. He said as much. I'm gonna stop it here because, like I said, I think if I go on anymore, I'm just gonna keep rambling and saying the same point over and over, and then I'm gonna start cursing. And honestly, once I start that, I'm not gonna stop. So it's best I end it here. And y'all better talk about this, cause oh, and remember tonight, Joy Reid, I think it is, has a special on Project 2025 on MSNBC tonight. If they're actually still gonna do it, I don't know. But it's something to talk about with y'all. Y'all please talk about this.